Here we have an Elimination Chamber, the third match of this 100 plus superstar tournament. The winner of this match will go on to face Hulk Hogan, Kane, and Sid Vicious in the quarterfinals. As we see Xavier Woods facing off against Kong Bundy. These two men have a long road ahead of them. As we see superstars like The Big Show, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Batista waiting in pods by ringside. They will be added to the ring as time goes on in the match. The final man in that ring, after all other competitors have been pinned or submitted, will go on to the next round. You see Xavier Woods trying to fight off Kong Bundy here. Arm drag takedown, and a huge shot by Kong Bundy takes Xavier Woods down. Shot by Woods to get himself back up as we get a countdown timer to the next competitor to be in the ring. You see Bundy now attacking the arm of Woods. We are down to 2 and 1. Who will be the next competitor to get into the ring? It is Batista, the Animal Batista. As you see Xavier Woods put into a camel clutch by Kong Bundy. The huge amount of weight on his back and wrenching back on his neck has got to hurt Mr. Woods. Woods is able to get out of that maneuver though, as Kong Bundy releases it. Batista actually letting the two just fight on the side of the ring. See Woods kicking away Kong Bundy. Batista looking to try and weaken Bundy. Well, he has Woods on his side as well. Picking up Bundy, but attacked by Woods. Woods going to get sent down to the mat as well by Batista. Nice move by Bundy as we see Woods try and get himself back up. Will he try to make a comeback into this matchup? He's actually looking by ringside. But as we see a double team maneuver by Woods and Bundy to Batista. We have another countdown timer for the fourth competitor to be in this ring. Huge clothesline by Woods and another clothesline. As you see Woods now do a nice dropkick to Kong Bundy. As you see Kevin Nash of the Outsiders making his way into the ring. As you see a pin by Woods. Will he be able to pin Kong Bundy? 2, 3, no. A very slow count, but Bundy able to get out of that pin. As Bundy now goes for a move. No, the finisher of Xavier Woods as he's going to pin Kong Bundy here in the middle of the ring once again. 1, 2, 3, and Xavier Woods eliminates Kong Bundy. As we see a submission maneuver applied to Batista by Kevin Nash. That huge amount of arm length and leg length, getting him a lot of leverage. As we see a walking scoop slam by Kevin Nash to the Animal Batista. Huge leg drop as Xavier Woods stands by. Now actually takes a cheap shot to the back of Kevin Nash. Now, who will be the next combatant? The Big Show or Scott Hall? Both of these men have a huge history with Kevin Nash, especially Scott Hall. He is actually the tag team partner. Many of the times these two work together. As we see a headlock by Scott Hall as he attacks Batista. Xavier Woods taps out to Kevin Nash as we see a pin by Scott Hall to Batista. Both of the Outsiders, but we see a nice belly suplex by Batista as Kevin Nash attacks his tag team partner. In a tournament like this, there are no allies, only one man goes on. This is not a tag team tournament, as we see a huge attack by Scott Hall to his partner, Kevin Nash, and a couple of big shots to Batista, an attack on the back, headlock, and now the team is working together once again, this time against Batista. As we see a pin by Scott Hall to Batista. 1, 2, and a 3. As we get Batista eliminated here, we're down to 2 combatants in the ring, and the third making his way in now. The final man to be released from his bod, The Big Show, as he gets himself into the middle of the ring. As we see a huge jackknife powerbomb coming in by Kevin Nash to Scott Hall, his tag team partner. Kevin Nash is going to go for his pin on his tag team partner here. 1, 2, 3, no. Kevin Nash not able to get the full count on his tag team partner. Big Show looking on here as we see a headlock. And now a tag team maneuver from Big Show and Scott Hall. A double choke slam onto Kevin Nash as they see a huge boot onto the chest, putting all that weight into the chest of Kevin Nash as well. Kevin Nash rolling out of the way. Outsiders now perhaps going to try and work together. They see a huge move sending Big Show down to the mat as we get a pin here. 1, 2, very slow counts here. But we see a couple of big punches and a headlock and a double team onto Scott Hall here. Huge punch. That was not wound up enough for his big KO punch. That's a KO punch right there. knocking out Scott Hall as he picks up Scott Hall. Scott Hall looks to be a little less winded now as the Outsiders work again, this time for another double neckbreaker, this time onto Big Show as he chokes Big Show to pick him up. As Scott Hall is interrupted, but he's going to go for it once again. The Razor's Edge onto Big Show, that huge amount of weight on the back of Scott Hall, slamming him down onto the mat. Will the Outsiders be able to eliminate Big Show? Not if they eliminate each other first. As we see Kevin Nash choking up Scott Hall. He's going to go for a nice slam. Looks like a fall-away slam here. Yes, fall-away slam into the middle of the ring. All three of these competitors have a huge history together. As you see Big Show and Kevin Nash both taunting for a finisher. As you see Kevin Nash going for that jackknife powerbomb onto Scott Hall. As we see Big Show now going to grab Kevin Nash and headbutt the back of Kevin Nash and calls for the choke slam. He's not sure who he's calling that for, but we see Kevin Nash get up here, actually grab Big Show before he's able to do anything, and get a nice neckbreaker-like maneuver on him, and he's down on the mat. Kevin Nash going for a pin onto the Big Show. 1, 2. Big Show able to kick out of Kevin Nash's maneuver there, as you see a double team maneuver once again by the Outsiders. A double choke slam onto the Big Show, and Scott Hall going for a pin here. Kevin Nash interrupting that pin, I believe. Kevin Nash grabbing the back of Big Show and slamming his head into his knee there, choking the Big Show to get him back up. As you see a huge punch to the face of the Big Show, busting him open. As Kevin Nash goes for a pin here. 1, 2, 3. The team of the Outsiders able to eliminate the fastest man in the Big Show. Huge bulldog by Scott Hall to try and eliminate Kevin Nash here. He's picking up Kevin Nash here. He's going to go for that huge rock bottom-like maneuver onto Kevin Nash, and now going for the pin here. 1, 2, 3. Scott Hall is your winner. Scott Hall will be the 4th competitor in this division's quarterfinal match. He will face off against Hulk Hogan, Kane, and Sid Vicious.